Hello, everybody.
Welcome back, you guys.
It's your girl, Vicky.
And it's Coco.
And this is the Convict Podcast. See, there's another point where we got a sound machine and be like, boop, boop, or something.
Oh, that is true. Okay. We'll make investments at Convict LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, live, laugh, love.
So
I like your
I'll go.
sweatshirt, by the way. Is that like a XX, like a dead smiley? Maybe.
Sure.
Sure.
This is Riches. It's Riches.
Yes, you should be.
So my wardrobe is like pajamas. So
Hey.
I wear a lot of Richard shirts and I'm just like, deal with it. No, buy me clothes. That's it.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
But yeah, our girl Coco was on vacation for her babe's birthday. Tell us about it.
Oh my God. We went to Cancun, Mexico, and it was beautiful. Like, resort was great. We booked it through JetBlue Vacations. And it was just like a great, like they had like a van to take us to and from the airport, which was amazing. And then the resort itself was beautiful. They were doing some construction, but like that didn't affect the free drinks nor the food. Like I was perfectly fine. And the water, because I'm a mermaid, so I was in the current of the ocean was strong though. I will say that. Like I would say I'm a really good swimmer. I was on a team and everything, but it was that rip current kind of waves. I was like, ooh, we might get swallowed up. And Jose is like not the best in water. So I was just
I'm
like,
a lifeguard, so this is saying a lot.
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, ooh, like this is I was like, but I liked it. I like spent like a good like 30 minutes in the water though. But after the one wave just like took me and like just literally swallowed me and threw me on shore, I'm like, we good, Mother Nature. Like I was like, maybe you're warning me that there's a shark coming around or something.
Yeah.
But like, thank you.
Message received.
Message received,
Understood.
and I'm leaving the ocean. I'm got you, mom. I got you, moms.
I'm gonna head to the pool.
Yeah, I'm really am. And oh my, okay. So this is where I feel like I need to. This is what really gets me upset. I love the sun, but you know, as skin girlies, we have to get sunscreen all the time.
Yeah.
I have that very incorporated in my morning routine when I get to ready for work. So when I go on vacation, I know I could tan fast, but I know I burn too. So I buy 50 SPF, which I think like sometimes is like marketing. Like, you know, you have to. Like sometimes I'm even like, should I reach for the especially like that the once you go, I feel Caribbean or the Gulf of Mexico kind of sun, that's a different type of sun than New York, New Jersey sun, I feel like.
I was gonna say here in Florida, it's SPS 50 all day.
Right. And this is the thing that I learned just a couple years ago. It's like, yeah, you could put SPF on your face, but when you know it's summertime in New York, you should put it on your arms and everything. And that's like a new hack I didn't know until like very like I would say like maybe 2 to 3 years ago because I was like, wow, that's so true. But again, we're all learning, we're all on our different journeys, you know. So I bought SPF 50. Why did I manage to still get burned? I was reapplying every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Every 2 hours I was like, my face didn't get burned, so I knew I was doing something right. This part of my arm, this part of my arm, this part of my chest, all burned. But then there's other parts that didn't burn at all. And I'm like, and okay, I will, full disclosure, I will reapply, let that sink, and then I'll do the oil so I could tan a little bit faster.
Okay.
But again, how? If I always so good. And Jose doesn't like sunscreen. And I always get mad at him because I'm like, you need sunscreen. He's like, I never come to the sun that much. Why do I need sunscreen? Skin cancer? Like, hello?
Sunburns?
Yeah, sunburn. He put on his face. I put it on his back. He put on front. This man, gorgeous sun-kissed tan. Not one burn in sight. And I'm here reapplying every two. Huh?
It's because he got melanin.
Yeah, I'm here reapplying every 2 hours, and I'm like, how did this happen? Like my chest is so red, and it has like little lumps. This is like TMI, but I don't care. And I was like, and then I googled it. They're like, that's kind of like second-degree burn. I'm like, how? Like,
I actually had a friend in high school who fell asleep in the sun. And she was purple. Like she literally had second degree. She was in the hospital and she came to school and she was purple. She was literally purple.
What?
It's
That
not funny,
scares
but
me.
it's funny.
No,
No,
yeah.
she was it's the first time I've ever seen it. Obviously, she's Irish, she's white, and
Ooh.
she's super, super pale normally, and
Yeah.
she was literally purple. And
That's so scary.
I ain't never seen anything like it. But I do want to say, just because you are black or have melanin, put on sunscreen, okay?
Please, please,
You
guys. We
can
are trying to make
still
sure you guys
this
don't get skin.
sun,
None of us.
this sun is not the same sun from before. Okay, this is a brand new sun. Okay, the sun is a lot closer.
The
The rays,
ozone layer is no longer there. We are getting exposed every
we're
day.
not protected. Okay, we're getting pure burn from the sun. We're getting pure rays on the skin, on the everywhere. Okay, put on sunscreen, cover ups, hats, sunglasses, all of it. Okay.
That's exactly like, again, you could be like me that just discovered that she needs to put on sunscreen even in the summer when I'm just going to work. Put it on, guys. Go to
And
doctor's
ladies,
appointments, you guys. Do everything, please. This
and
is just a
ladies,
PSA for health. Get your
we
regular checkups.
one of the number one ingredients in anti-aging is SPF. Okay, that sun will age that skin.
So
It will
fast.
have you wrinkly and pruny in seconds. Okay, so SPF. SPF is
SPF.
our friend.
SPF, guys. And also, so I use this. What is the brand I call? Let's get the brand deals. Why don't we, right? Let me see. Also, coming
Where's
back to
Tasha at?
what happened?
I said, where's Tasha? Where's Tasha? Bring that back.
No, oh my god, for real, Tasha, I'm still willing to work with you. Trust me. I'm open, Natasha. So because there was a sunscreen, the other sunscreen I was using, it left me like a white cast. But now I
Mhm,
use Sunbum sunscreen. Magical. That one
mhm,
tube of 7.7, 1.7 ounces, it was never ending. I was like, thank you, God. But
mhm.
that was just
Quality,
that's my PSA
quality.
of health. Marvin,
And I said quality.
quality. But other than that, it was such a great trip. I
Aw.
discovered sugar-free mojitos.
Oh.
Delicious. It was a definitely just like a whole like different route from like the regular mojitos, but the sugar-free ones I did like. It was like bitter at first, but it was good after. Like
Did you feel like the drinks were strong?
I did. Like I asked for tequila soda and I just was pure alcohol. I was like, oh god. I was like this. I'm like sipping. I'm like, wow, I think it just grew chest hair. I was like, hold on. Let me call. No, I do think the drinks were stronger. And obviously, like, speaking Spanish does help a little bit sometimes. Like, but I definitely will say that I stuck to a lot of mojitos, margaritas, water. But like I feel like every time I go on a trip, like I just forget about water in general. Like I'm like, what's that?
Really?
Well, I have it always by the poolside or like the
Yeah. So you
in
don't
the
dehydrate.
room, whatever. Because like it is an all inclusive hotel too, so it was like, what is it, like the mini bar was included, so I would drink water. But I feel like sometimes when we were just like out in the sun and everything, it would just be like too many things to carry, and I'm like, I saw a lot of people doing this, which I think I never realized they bring like their Yetis or their Owalas or their Stanleys, and they ask them to refill that, and I'm like, that's so fucking smart. But I always
Hmm.
heard this rumor about like, and again, this is my first time in Mexico, so please don't come at me, guys. I thought like you couldn't drink the water in Mexico; it always had to be bottled water. Which
That's true.
okay, that's true. But so the scene that replays in my head is the Sex and the City scene in the movie when Charlotte drinks a little bit of the water of the tap water and like shits her
Hmm.
pants. And when I
Yeah.
tell you, when I was showering, I was like, the whole
Mhm. Oh my god.
just because I was nervous. But because then I was like, they're like, oh, we don't have bottled water. We have
I
like
mean, but you're not like guzzling it.
no, but I was like, I don't know, like, like I was nervous. I didn't want to
Or
shit my
did you
pants.
accidentally ingest like a little bit in the
But then
shower?
they would give us water that was like not bottled water. Like when I asked for water on the pool or anything, like it would just be like a
No,
cup
I'm
of
pretty
water.
sure they poured it from bottles.
That's what I'm thinking too. So I was just
Yeah.
like, am I okay? I didn't get no stomach aches. And that's not true. Second night, I definitely got stomach aches, but I think it's just the food I ate. Like it just didn't sit right with me. Oh my god! The funny thing is, so we went out to the club for Jose's birthday, right? We
Uh-huh.
Cancun.
Oh, discotheque.
Let me tell you, the show was so funny. We were at God, I don't even remember the club's name, but like the first name was Senor Frogs, and that shit was fun as hell. Like they were funny. Like they were all like all the waiters were like entertaining us like in different things to
Mhm.
do. Jose had to stand up on a chair and chug a beer. It was the funniest thing because if you guys ever met Jose, Jose is 6 feet and then to stand on one of the stools. Like, he is a bigger guy. I have the videos. I was laughing because, like, at one point I wanted to shake the chair to scare. I did it, but I was like, "Babe, don't fall." He was like, "Oh." Shit was so fucking funny, but it was
I
great.
was like, timber.
Literally, I was like, "Don't fall," and then they made all the girls stand, and it was a crazy ass time at Singer Frog.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, and then at the second club we went to for his birthday, whatchamacallit, what happened? He went to use the bathroom, and some guy goes up to him, some random ass man. He's like, "Do you want marijuana? Do you want cocaine?" And then
Oh,
I was like, "Oh, what a mixture of both."
we're getting straight to it.
Yeah, like not even a hello, how are you?
It's
And
party.
then he comes back and we're like dancing on dance. He's like, "Guess what?" And I was like, "What?" Like, I was like, "What?" Like, as I'm dancing.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ah."
Fortuna.
I was like, "What
Yeah.
happened?" I was like, I'm like, "This is my
Cocaine.
song." I was like, "Bad Bunny's on. Hold on." I'm like twerking it back. He was just like, "Some guy just asked me if I wanted marijuana and cocaine." I'm like, "Together?" Like, not like he didn't
Not
say
even
and
like
or. He just
right.
said, like, I was like, "Wow, what a man." I'm like, he was like, he just started laughing because he knew. I was just like, "Did you say yes?" He was like, "No." And I was like, "Wow." I mean, I would say no too, but like, thank you for offering, you know? Like, it's just the offer thoughts that count. Like,
If I
thanks.
only want one, do I get like half off?
Right, like, is
I
it
don't
like a
prefer
buy
it.
one, get 50% off? Like, I need
Right,
to know,
like
because then I wanted to talk to this person and be like, "So what's, like, the," because then I got investigation, but
yeah.
then I think they were gonna think I was a narc, and
No
I didn't need
question.
that. Yeah,
No,
so then I just continued dancing. I was like,
you don't
uh"
want to be kidnapped by the cartel.
Right, I mean, Theo, Chapo.
As obsessed as you are with El Chapo, I doubt you actually want to meet
I
him.
don't want the beef. I don't want the drama. I was just
Yeah.
trying to get back to the hotel. But all in all, it was a good trip. Very good to disconnect from a lot of
Mhm.
things. I did at one point I did tell Vicky, I was just like, I'll record from my phone, but like Wi-Fi wasn't the best.
That was not gonna happen.
And I did try to offer as best as I can. You know what I mean? My thought was there.
We
Uh,
thought of the pod.
yeah,
Yeah.
we always think about the pod. Convict is always
Mhm.
on our
It's
mind.
in
That's why we
our
put out the what happened?
it says in our hearts.
And in our hearts. Also, like we usually record like whatchamacallit, we usually record like before we try to release up. And the way that last day I was just like too scrambled to even try to get on the pod. It would have been a hot mess.
Yeah. Yeah. And
But
we
it
had
was
technical
so much.
difficulties.
Yeah. And then I was gonna be stressed. I was gonna not even care what you said. Like, I want to pay attention to your stories. I
Thank
want to be
you.
present.
I
Okay. Like,
appreciate
what happened?
that. I said I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I was like, I just want to be like, okay, jump next topic. Okay, bye. All right, like,
Mhm.
like, that's just not Jenny.
Yeah.
That's not us.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
need to go
yeah. I
on
feel
tangents
you.
every day.
I feel you. We need like our 2 hour pods that we cut down
Yeah,
to like
significantly,
an hour and
guys.
9 minutes.
We're like, oh. No, remember that pod that was 2 hours and I got it down to
Yes.
1:30. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, those 30 minutes were literally us just out of control. Like, nothing made sense. I was like, we're not okay. Um, and then we did drop the clip. So, Vicky, my girl, you announced that you have opened now your candle shop.
Yes, I
And I just want to say
did.
congratulations, my girl. Another
Oh my God,
project and
thank
another hobby that
you.
you have now checked off on the 2025 list. Because
Yes.
remember, we were making sure these plans. First, it was your book release.
Hmm.
Now is your candle. So I want to know, how is that going? And again, congratulations, my love.
Thank you. It's going good. I have just been trying to promote it as best as I can. I did ship out the samples, so you
Ooh.
should be getting that soon. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh my god, orders are pouring through." Cuz I just opened it a week ago, so
Mhm.
like you have to start at zero. And I'm like totally okay with that cuz I have a lot going on and I'm here to build it. So right now we're just promoting. I took some pictures for Valentine's Day for the shoot and I started posting those. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to expand people's knowledge of it. Like, am I going to do a market soon or like trying to think about what my plans are for that. But also, I have been switching back focus to my book because I do want to release it hardcover
Ooh.
and maybe start writing the second edition to it soon.
This
So
would
I
be the
just like
mermaid one, right?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't even know if I want to do that one first or another one, Alexis Galaxy Adventures, the
Mm,
part 2. So it's like I'm trying to like get my plans
of
organized,
course.
but as we both know, quarter 1 has been kicking my ass. So
Guys, we postponed this podcast at least a good 3 times because Q1 again. You guys are
Q1.
gonna be sick of it. Wait until March. We will be better in
Listen,
March.
when Q1 is done, okay, maybe we'll have more of like a mind. Right now, we're working with like fragments, okay? And
Literally, it's like and things that we have to write down that happens because there's just sometimes in the week we're tired. We can't. We're not gonna
no,
get. We're not gonna sell short the magic.
it's a lot. And
Yeah.
I'd rather us do a pod less, but have
Hmm.
good quality than just be like pumping out shitty episodes.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, yeah, quarter 1 has been taking a lot of my time. My job has been taking a lot of my time. I mean, as it should, it is my 9 to 5.
It is my livelihood.
Yeah, it does pay my bills.
Like we said,
So,
like until the pod becomes our main income source,
right. Like,
we still gotta
sometimes
pay bills, guys.
I still gotta, I got kids to take care of. I got a dog
Oh, I
now.
was gonna say,
Like,
are you gonna introduce Teddy to the?
yes, I
Yes,
am
guys,
going
look
to
at
introduce Teddy. This is my third child. This is Teddy. His name is Theodore Charles Rodney.
the third. I don't know why. I don't know why I just needed to say that.
Let's go with it though. He is 2 months old. He is a toy poodle and he's adorable. He's adorable and he follows me literally everywhere. He cried the whole time I showered. But yeah, so I have a lot going on and I need my job. So that's been taking a lot of my time. And then my boss, I swear my boss just like enjoys springing shit on me and he's in that mode again. And we're
It's like
also
they
like
have a thought in their head and they're like, just ah.
pretty much like Vicky got this. Vicky got this. Like, and then I gotta go figure it out. So I'm kind of grateful. I don't really have a lot of orders from McDonald's right now
You're
because
like,
I
come,
would be
but bye, guys. Do purchase. Do
yes,
purchase.
yes. I obviously yes, please. And then outside of that, I have been last time we
Oh.
spoke about Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and I was just about to get Onyx Storm.
Can I tell them what I saw?
What did you see?
I check up on Vicky Instagram story and I see this book that she got. What was it? Onyx Storm?
I don't know which one you're talking
I don't
about.
know. It was the one that you flung across the fucking room.
Yes, it
It-
was. It was.
all of a sudden, I see from one post to like happy to have it to the next post was like on the floor, like oh, like it was like a telenovela kind of thing. And so I
When
messaged her. I was like, "You good?"
let me explain to you. Rebecca Yaros is a sociopath. Okay,
It's on site with her. It's on
she's a
site.
sociopath. Okay, the way that she rips your heart out at the end of these freaking books. Okay, Fourth Wing is not that bad. Fourth Wing is like, okay, cool. What's next? Iron Flame is like, what? And then Onyx Storm. The Panic Storm ripped. I was literally in grief. And
It
it's
happens.
not just me, because my whole book talk community, I cried. First of all, I walked straight in after I threw the book on the floor, I walked straight into my room and I looked at Rich and I was like, how dare you do this? And then this happened. And then I just cried. Like I just cried my eyes out because it is I
Jesus.
and then And then she's like, yeah, I'm going to write another contemporary now and then take a break to spend time with my kids. Fuck your kids, okay? I need to know what happens,
Not the fuck your kids.
okay? Fuck your kids, okay?
Respectfully.
What the fuck? How you gonna do this and then tell me I have to wait 2 years to find out what happens next? Are you crazy?
So she's on site. It's on site with
On
her.
site, on site, on site, on site. But to get over, so I read Onyx Storm, and then I had to listen to it audible because literally, when I tell you, I went through a depression that week.
Oh.
I couldn't get out of bed. I wanted to cry. I didn't want to think about anything else. I didn't want to
Damn.
know anything else. I tried to read another book. I was like, so Zayden, like, what happened to him? And I was down bad. Like, this was my fucking husband that this happened to. I was down bad, okay? And so I listened
Do
to it
you
again.
want to reveal what happens? Like, spoiler? Like,
Yeah, okay.
okay.
So
I'm
I
okay
guess
with spoiler alerts, by the way. I don't
okay.
mind.
So spoiler alert, if you haven't read it yet and you're listening to this, skip this part. But or finish the book already. Come on. It's been enough time. So Zayden, he ends up becoming full venom, which is like evil wizards who channel from the
Ooh.
ground. And it literally ends with Violet realizing she has a wedding ring on her finger. She has a note that says she owns Tirandor now, which is the province. And he wrote, "It's all yours. Don't look for me." And then she's like, wait, what? She lost her memory because her friend is a memory eraser. So she looks to her friend and is like, what did you do? And she goes, well, you asked me to. And that's how it ends. There are no other words. So they're like fighting this battle, and then she gives different perspectives. And then it's like his perspective, you see why he channeled from the earth to become evil. Then you see, and then he's talking to his dragon, and he's like, she has to help. She promised she'll help. And then it goes back to her perspective, and she's killing the evil venom priestess lady Theophany. She's killing Theophany. And then she's like, she notices how bad he got, but she can't focus on that because she's in battle. And then she wakes up in this daze, and her brother's like, where were you? 6 dragon eggs were stolen. The elder dragons are dead. 5 riders are missing. And then they notice that she has a ring on her finger, and then he left her that note. And she's like, what happened? What happened? And then she looks at her friend. She's like, what did you do? And then she goes, well, you asked me to. Done. Literally, the last words on the page is, what you asked me to.
And did she ask this friend to do this? Like, was that
We
in the
don't
book?
know. We don't know. We're just left in this abyss of like confusion and heartbreak because Zayden is gone, which means Sagal is gone, but Sagal and Taryn, her dragons, have dragon mates, so they can't be apart. They said Taryn, her dragon, is in a sleep cycle because of what he went through. What did he go through? And then
Wait, hold on.
she's
Flag on the field.
exactly.
Wait. So in the book, that last chapter, I'm assuming, they explain the battle, right? Or no?
They explain the battle throughout the whole thing. They give different perspectives.
Okay. His, hers, somebody
A couple
else,
friends, yeah.
friends. Okay. And then it all merges into one.
And then after the last battle,
Uh-huh.
a series of things happen where she gets married, somebody kills dragons, somebody steals dragons' eggs, somebody kills the riders, and 5 people are missing. And there's like 12 hours missing. And it's just like, you know what happens summary wise, but you don't know who's involved, you don't know the details, you don't know
You don't
why it
know why
happened.
the dragons got killed. You don't know which
You don't know
riders
the
are
who, where,
gone.
and why of any of it. And then it's just like, what the fuck?
And then the last words are what you asked me to do.
Yes. So we're just all left like heart ripped out, torn out, all of it. So yeah. So I had to listen to it on Audible to just like get it out my head, come to acceptance with it. I've come to acceptance with it, and now I've moved on. I move on to Quicksilver.
What's that? Spoiler? Spoiler?
Spoilers for Quicksilver.
Spoiler for
Okay?
Quicksilver?
First of all, Zayden, yes, Quicksilver. Zayden by Callie Hart. Yeah. Zayden is my shadow daddy husband, right? But Kingfisher and Quicksilver, it's like, just don't ask me to choose because it's not gonna happen. Okay? It's not gonna happen. I cannot choose between Kingfisher and Zayden. I can't. I just cannot.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
Let me read you something that Quicksilver
Ooh, ooh, an excerpt. Okay.
said. And this is so the main character is Saris,
Okay.
and she she has a friend who is no, I can't open it now. It's fine. I know it. I could tell you something else he says. So they're about to have sex, right? And he
Ooh,
goes,
kinky time.
I'm about to fuck you like nobody else has ever fucked you, Saris. You're about to meet all seven gods. And you meet them. Make sure you let them know I'm the one you worship on your knees. Excuse me? He said, let them know I'm the one you worship on your knees. Yes, yes,
Daddy?
yes, Kingfisher Daddy. Yes, absolutely. Any time of day.
Let's
He's
get it poppin'.
like, sure. But
This goes back to our thing. We're like, we're just book sluts.
no, I am total book slut. Like total fucking book slut. And I feel so bad for her in the whole book because she is human and he's an elf. He's a
Mhm.
fae. So faes, they can sense your feelings. They could smell it, like your scent. Your scent gives off how you feel.
It's giving
And like,
Twilight. It's giving Twilight.
okay. And so she's like getting like hot and flustered around him because she's attracted to him, and but she hates him. Like they hate each other in the beginning.
Enemies
So
to lovers is such a hot bang. Oh,
in the beginning
continue,
she's
continue. I'm
like,
so invested right now. I'm looking at the book online right now. I'm like,
no, it's so good. So in the beginning, like when they're first like helping, they have to like work together to get something. So like when they're first working together, he's like, are you gonna keep by fucking me? And she's like, I'm not doing that. He goes, I don't know why you even try to lie. Like it's like I already know you want me. And she's just there like fucking shit, like pissed and embarrassed because her body keeps betraying her.
I'm be like,
And
shut
then
it down, body. Shut it the fuck
they could
down.
like smell, like if you're horny for somebody, they could smell it on you, and they could like they could
Stop.
yes, so that
Oh my god. I need to buy this book.
so embarrassing for her, but it's hilarious. Like the book is very funny to me. It's very funny, but it's so good. So that helped me get out of it.
Okay.
And then I started the Throne of Glass series.
Wait, is this Quicksilver, right?
Hmm.
Is this a series or is it just one book?
It's supposed to be a series, but right now one book is out. One is coming out in November.
You gotta wait till November.
Yeah, but the it doesn't end where it's like it's not like a Onyx Storm kind of ending. It's like
Mhm.
okay, okay.
We could continue to the next part.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And then they're also adapting it into a TV show.
Ooh.
Hmm. On
Okay.
Netflix.
Gotta love
So the
Netflix in these movies, in these shows sometimes.
yeah, I don't know, but we'll see, we'll see. Then I moved on to Throne of Glass.
Hold on, let me Google this Thorn of Glass now. You have a lot of books. Hold on, Thorn of Glass. Okay, go.
So the way that I've been doing it is that since I'm working all day, like I just put the Audible and I just been listening to them, and then when I'm not doing that and I'm ignoring my kids, then I'll read the book. So Throne of Glass is 8 books.
I was gonna say it looks like a lot of books.
It is a lot of books. I'm on the fourth one now. So
Jesus, Victoria.
this this series, first of all, is very different from like Iron from Fourth Wing and even Quicksilver because in those two books, there's like a lot of things that are happening at once in the book. You know what I mean? Like it's like this happens and that happens and that happens and that happens all in one book. In Throne of Glass, it's like one of the things that will happen in that book stretched out into one book. Does that make sense? But it has so much more details, and then it's more thought out, and then it's a lot slower, but it's still like it's very intricate compared to the other two.
No way.
But the way that the story plays out and the way that she unfolds her characters even more, I think is very beautiful.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Girl, the fourth book.
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
I like these series that you're taking it on though. It seems very like fun.
These are the type of shows that I will watch and like really
There.
enjoy. So
Yeah.
like that's why I'm enjoying reading it. And even like having the Audible is good because, like I said, I'm busy at work, so like I don't get to like stop and read all the time.
Right.
So I just have it playing, and then I'm actually still interested. Usually, I get like bored or zone out. I'm still very interested in the book, so that's good. It's
Yeah.
also very funny though because in the Throne of Glass series, the lady who reads the book, she does all the voices.
Do you like that or no?
I'm not mature enough for this. Like when she starts doing the male voices, I'm like,
Oh, ooh.
and
You're
I'm like,
like, hey, girl, let's
can we
not.
phone in a man? Like for Quicksilver, it's a female and a male voice, which works great because Kingfisher's voice is just so deep and yummy. But for this one, it's like her voice being the men, and it's like
You're like, why are you
comical.
doing this, girl?
I'm like, was there like a budget? Like,
I'm fucking. Was there
like
like
make
a
it make sense.
budget?
But yeah, that is my hyperfixation has been on that, on these books.
Which is good.
And after this, the lady who wrote Throne of Glass, Sarah J. Moss, she also wrote A Court of Thorn and Roses and Crescent City. And I'm going to go on to those next. And all my fantasy girlies know exactly what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's just a journey. A
I
journey of
kind of like
love.
this because like I have the books now on my Google search, and I feel like I don't know if I should join you on this journey to read
You
these
should! Oh my god,
because
please!
I feel like I'm very much of the same category. Like I like the fantasy, I like the sex in it.
I think you would love, you would definitely love
Which one do you
Fourth
recommend out of
Wing,
all? Obviously, like Storm. What is this? Onyx
Onyx Storm.
Storm. I wouldn't mind because, like, my memory's gonna forget what was said about the spoilers. I mean, I won't forget the what you asked me to do because I feel like I'll just be like, I can't wait to get to it. But
Yeah,
which
yeah,
one
yeah.
out
But
of
it'll
it?
make more sense when you
Yeah,
read it.
that is
So
true.
I would say read Quicksilver first because it's just one book.
Okay.
And then go into Fourth Wing.
Okay. Fourth Wing is the first book of that whole series, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Quicksilver. Okay. Book. I don't know what it brought me to just now, but let me just type book because that's good. Okay. And how many? 49 pages is not. No, that's a preview. Never mind.
You thought it was 49
It
pages?
just said 49 pages, but then on the parentheses it says
Don't
preview.
even look at how many pages are in the book.
No, I'll
Don't
just
look
use it
at
on
it.
my Kindle.
Yeah.
But why I wanted to bring up the book fantasy is because of some people that I follow on Instagram, they shot Onyx Storm, and it just instantly reminded me of you. So I would send it to you. And then while I was in Mexico, I saw like a couple more people reading it. I'm like, oh, so this series is
No,
like
you don't understand.
it's a
So
cult following.
no, it is. When Onyx Storm came out, I had ordered it on Amazon, but I wasn't gonna get it fast enough. Like it kept saying it'll let me know when it ships, and I didn't like that. I
Yeah.
needed it then and now. So I did a Target shipped order.
Mm-hmm.
She said that, and I did it at like 6 a.m. so that I get it right away. And she said there was a line around the block. I live in Florida. These aren't like Targets in the middle of like a city block. This is like Target, a big ass super Target with like a whole mile long parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Like to give you like this Target sits on acres and it was around the block at the opening of Target just for the book. Like the book is
It's popular.
this is a very popular series. It's also supposed to be turned into a show.
Ooh.
And this series, every time you read one, somebody on Book Talk, somebody on Instagram devours it into theories.
Oh, I love that. Like Easter eggs.
Yeah,
I
so
love
you're
that.
not allowed to watch any of them until
Yeah. No, I
we get
won't.
to
No,
it.
because I feel like, and I feel like that will ruin everything for me. Like if I watch Easter
You
egg
wouldn't
videos.
even understand also because like Fourth Wing only introduces you to so much. And then Iron Flame you get deeper, but then Onyx Storm goes even further into it.
Wow.
And then all of them are wrong anyway, so don't waste
But
your
it's
time.
fun to read these like theories though sometimes.
No,
I
absolutely.
remember like in The Walking Dead, everybody would like cut every scene and like how much like who got shot. Remember when Glenn died? Oh.
Yeah.
And they were like trying to figure out whose standpoint that was and everything. That
Mhm.
shit was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um okay.
So
Okay. I'm gonna read Quicksilver. Then I'm gonna jump into that one. And for my Kindle girlies, I will be on my Kindle because I'm not carrying a massive book. Though I do like both options of a big book
mhm.
and a Kindle. I sometimes just lean towards my Kindle because like, it's just transportable. Like I could be in and out.
No, I get it. I mean, even though I do Audible, I still buy the physical books, but that's because when I have my own house, I want a library. That's all my
Yes,
books.
I think that's beautiful. I need to buy a bookshelf. What I realize is I don't have a bookshelf anymore.
You need a bookshelf.
Yeah, I do. I'll figure that out on Wayfair or something.
Yeah.
That's I no. When I saw Onyx Storm across my whole platform, I was like, "Damn, this." And then sometimes I can randomly get on Book Talk, and I'm like, "Oh,
Hmm.
Vicky's like, oh, Vicky's on the trend right now.
No,
Vicky's on the
no, yeah,
trend."
no. I've yes. And then once I get you into those, I'm putting you into gonna read a Thona Glass series, and then Akatar, and
We're
then
just
God
gonna be reading book
God
girlies.
Monsters. Huh?
We're gonna be book girlies,
Oh, absolutely.
as we should.
It's
You
gonna
know
be
what?
great.
Not
I can't wait. I've been dying for to have like I have literally one friend and one coworker who read Iron the Fourth Wing series,
uh-huh.
and that's it. And I'm just like, can you please read it? Like,
You're like, please get on it, hoes.
I try to get Rich to read it. He doesn't read though,
I
and
I do like the books that like have sex and everything because I read like my mafia books and it's always like that and I'm like, ooh. Then Jose knows when I'm reading it because I'm like, and he's like, he's just like, bitch, what?
no, let me tell you, Zayden and Kingfisher.
Affair, immediate affair.
I cheated on my husband with Zayden, and then I cheated on Zayden with Kingfisher. And I am just like, these men make me blush. Okay, there's no reason for it, but these men make me blush.
No, but they
I just sit
do,
here
they
thinking
do.
of like them in my head and the things that they say and how I feel like they sound, and I'm just like, okay.
Thanks, daddy.
I'm so small and consequential in your arms. Like, I'm so
I
baby.
I landed on like Russian mafia books.
Russian
It was I don't know, like it's somebody I got on Kindle and like one book it just like sent me to that. And Jose one day he wanted to copy a Russian accent because he knew I was reading one of the books and
You're lying.
I started laughing out loud. He tried
That is so funny.
because we were on vacation, so I wanted to read him an excerpt from it. And ironically, the excerpt I read, it was not like a sexy excerpt. And then he was trying to like, he's like, and there's a Russian mafia. I was like, it's a Russian mafia boss. And he tried to like make an accent.
That is honestly hilarious.
No, but like we just love men that support us, you know.
We love it.
We love it. We just love like they're like fine, like we'll give in, like it's and you know what? That's just a love. That's right there. That's true love. Oh my
All
gosh!
right.
No, now I want to get into these books. Now I want
Yes,
to.
you have to. You
Oh
have
my
to.
goodness.
Okay. Pop culture.
Oh my
Do you
god.
want to go first?
Let me get on my list of pop culture shit. Jesus.
So much going on.
It's so much
It's
going
crazy.
on. It's just it was a lot. Okay. So I because of my dementia, I honestly can't remember if I said this or not, but the people that are going to the Super Bowl are the Chiefs and the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And though we're not a sports podcast,
We're not.
I just want to say I'm going for the Eagles.
Didn't those two go last year?
Yeah, but I think they're just like the best teams right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I was making sure
Yeah,
that
I
I
think
didn't
so
like.
too, to be quite honest. And I will tell you guys right now, the only reason why I'm going for the Eagles is because Jose's an Eagles fan, and I'm just here to support. I have no horse in this game.
Well, everybody watches the Super Bowl. I'll
Right,
be
and
watching
who is it? Kendrick Lamar will be
it. Yeah.
performing this year. And now everybody, because Kendrick and Taylor have a song together, Bad Blood. They're like, is she gonna come out? But like they always make these rumors. And though I do love Travis Kelsey and Taylor, I really doubt she will do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's not gonna take the
Yeah.
spotlight away from her boyfriend.
I don't think out of all the songs Kendrick is performing on the Super Bowl,
It will be Bad Blood.
it's gonna be bad. That's her song.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
not about her.
But this brings me
And
to
as
a point.
the type of artist he is, during the Super Bowl during Black History Month. I don't really see him performing Bad Blood out of all the songs in his catalog.
Literally out of all of it. But it will be, I like when people play with this idea, but
And then again, it's not even like it's his song that she's on. It's her song.
yeah, it's her full song. Is she taking a break or something? Like, I mean, is he gonna be taking a break? Like, he can't take a break.
Who, Kendrick?
Yeah, because it's 15 minutes. He has to perform.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, please. But that brings me into our Grammy nominations and Grammy winners.
Oh my god, I was so happy when I saw Doechii win. That really touched my heart. That really did. You know she's from Tampa?
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, look at
But I just think she's super talented, and I thought that that was really great. I didn't know that she's the same girl who sings "What It Is, What's Up."
she is.
Yeah.
Guys,
I
here on the
did not
pod,
know
we
that.
just figure things out together.
Bitch told me that the other day. I was like, "What?" And like that song I hate, but like her
That's a
new
catchy ass song
album,
though.
it was, and I
Overplayed, whatever.
hated it even more because every time I would hear it, it would catch in my head, and I'm like, "I fucking hate the song. Get out of my head." But
Ah.
to see the transition, I really like the music she's been putting out now,
Okay.
and I think she's just super talented and original, and I love that she won, and like she didn't have to like, like she didn't have to go through years of being looked over to win it. Like she just won and was recognized.
And that's
And
what
I
I
love
I do like when the Grammys, like when they have such a, I would say, heavy like hit or not like a category,
it.
and for
Mm-hmm.
somebody like that to win, it's just so good because it's like her music is good.
Yeah.
Like, and like you said, at least she's not being looked over, and it's always to win a Grammy award is still one of the highest honors.
Yeah.
Like,
Musically, yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And then this brings me to our girl Sabrina Carpenter won 2
Yes, who
Grammys,
also won.
and
I think Connie is solely responsible for the
I am
success
solely
of
responsible for the stream
Espresso.
of Espresso. Like, check my Spotify rap. That shit was number one on all platforms. I love that song. And then Please Please,
Yes.
Taste. Like, I just love,
Mm-hmm.
like, I love it all.
Yes, I was very happy for her as well. Watching her grow up from Girl Meets World to
To
this
this.
is
And she's
amazing.
just, honestly, she's like, she reminds me a lot of Marilyn Monroe, though I wasn't alive or whatever. Like, she's just like
Even
classic
her look, yes.
Hollywood, like,
Yeah, I think they play that up a lot. I
yeah,
think
like
like
her dress,
yeah.
phenomenal. Her performance,
Mm-hmm.
like, I think what also is good with Sabrina is like she plays into her funniness of it, things like she'll play
Yeah,
into her
she
little
plays into
quirks
the
of it. Like,
role.
oh, I love shaking this, and it's stimulating like a
Mm-hmm.
hand job, and I love that. I love when people could just play around with that, like whatever, right? And when I found out she won 2 awards, I instantly she's dropping Sweet and Sour like the second, like the back of the album. I don't know. She's talking
Mm-hmm.
like a second like a
Like a
duet album.
deluxe edition or something.
Yeah. And then I got drunk in Mexico. And I
Mm.
wanted to see how much her merch was. Merch was crazy expensive. And then I found this thing that's a pillowcase, and I think it says "That's just me espresso." I don't know. I was really trash when I bought this. It was $30. I
Okay,
pre-ordered that
so
shit. I was like, bye.
I bought a shirt that says Zaddy with the X for Zayden. I understand.
So you understand? Like sometimes you're just like, fuck it.
Let me buy it before I change my
No,
mind.
and especially when you have alcohol in your system. Like for me, alcohol influences a lot of decisions for me.
I didn't have any alcohol in my system. I just did it. I was like,
But
why
this also
not?
leads me to Kendrick Lamar won the record of the
Best rap.
year, which is Not
Mhm.
Like Us. And I just want to say, I'm petty. I could be petty. For a diss track to win record of the year, you just know Drake somewhere is screaming.
No, he.
Cause when I saw that, cause again, I didn't watch the Grammys live or anything, so I like only watched YouTube clips. But I did
I'm
see them
pretty sure Drake is somewhere doing voodoo on Kendrick right
a
now. Like,
1000%. He's like fall off that fucking
he
stage,
has like a little doll dressed up
stabbing
like
it.
Kendrick stabbing
Cause I'm
somewhere.
like, when I tell you, I live for pettiness. I live for the beef that was within them. For you to win record of the year,
No.
talk about long game. Like,
The week
wow.
before you perform at the Super Bowl. Like,
Sometimes you have to play the long game in life, and this
let
was the
me tell
long
you
game
something.
played because he
This,
literally won, and he looked so adorable, like in his outfit.
this is classic. Do not fuck with Geminis. Okay.
Yo, it really is though.
This is he. You see, Drake fucked with Kanye. Kanye lost. He thought he could, go fuck with the Geminis, and then he hit the wrong one.
The wrong one that has so much like jot of paper. Like he's just good at what. How do you win that? Not that I'm not. Wait, I don't want to say like I'm upset that he won. No, I'm happy he won. I
No,
am very happy for his
no,
success.
nobody is upset except for Drake.
Exactly. I just want to say like long game, like a diss
Yeah,
track to become record of the year.
yeah.
Applauding,
Even if it was
applauding
just
for you.
nominated, but it wasn't even just nominated. It won.
It
Like,
won. Yeah, nomination. You're like okay, okay, like y'all playing around because in his
yeah.
category it was Taylor Swift Fortnite. It was Chaplin Rowan with Good Luck, a plus Bay. Then it was Billie Eilish, Birds of a Feather, Charlie XCX 360, Sabrina Espresso, Beyonce, Texas Hold'em, and then the Beatles, Now and Then, which threw me off for a second because I was like,
The
when did
Beatles.
I mean, I love the Beatles. Don't get me wrong. I love their music. I grew up listening to it. But that one when it was nominated, I was like, oh, was this a new one or like
You asking the wrong
no,
girl.
no, no. I also didn't even Google this. I'm just like
Yeah. Must be a
I'm
typo.
speaking
Must be
to
a
our
typo.
audience. I'm speaking to the audience. They're probably screaming in the car right now, like, bitch, you
Yeah.
don't know. Sorry. So out of all of them, I really did think Kendrick Lamar did have like
Yeah, I will
a
choose
big
that
chance.
song.
I also thought Birds of a Feather because that did become a
Yeah,
popular song.
that would be the second one.
Yeah, and then I think between at least for my perspective, it was really between Espresso and Texas Hold'em. Both were really good songs. Both
We have
were
the same perspective.
streaming. What happened?
We have the same perspective.
Yeah, and both were
Because
streaming, so I wouldn't have known what happened.
the other songs you mentioned, I don't even know.
Yeah, so and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think those were like my categories, and when I found out Lamar won, I was just like, petty king, petty Gemini, and I appreciate that.
But speaking of Beyonce with Texas Hold'em,
She did win
she
album of the
won.
year.
She finally won Album of the Year. And the reason I was so happy about this, I feel about Beyonce how I feel about Taylor, right? Like, yes, I like them, but I'm not like stans,
Right.
you know? Okay. So I'm happy for Beyonce, but I couldn't care less if she won the Grammy. I really care more about the fact that all the people that she put on her album now have a Grammy. So are
Is
now
that how it
brought up.
works?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like now Tanner Adele, Shabuzi, all these people who have been overlooked all these years and
Shabuzi.
been having a hard time because they're black and country music,
Mhm.
now they're Grammy winners. That part is what I am
Is that
excited
only for
about.
album of the year? So anybody that you feature on your album
Like
wins
if you win Song of the Year, then whoever's on that song wins the album. If you
wins the
win
Grammy
album,
with you.
yeah, wins a Grammy with you.
Oh, I did not know that.
So like if like whoever wrote Espresso and produced Espresso, they also get a Grammy for it.
Wow. Wow, you
Mhm.
see we learn things every day. Every day. Out of the nominations, in my opinion, I think as always it was between Beyonce and Taylor. Just
I know.
because of how much how much both of them have their own respective and I'm not saying that like Billie Eilish and Sabrina Carpenter and all of them don't have their own sense, but like those are
Mhm.
always, the top heavy
Yeah.
hitters for the Grammys. I am very happy. I did like Cowboy Carter. It wasn't like my album that I put on repeat, but it was a good album.
Mhm.
My only thing is, and I know this is controversial take, Beyonce just does not look like Beyonce. And I just don't know if it's the blonde hair. Like
I did not expect you to say that. My controversial take is that I didn't like the album. I like maybe one song.
right.
I didn't really care for it at
And then she
all.
announced a tour and I was like, "Okay, girl,
Yeah.
go on. Like be your best self."
I like the outfits. I like
I
the little
like the
cowboy
outfits.
boots.
I don't know what it is or if it's like the lighting or something. Beyonce just does not look like the Beyonce I remember. Like,
I think it's a combination of she's getting older and it's starting to show.
no, it's not even that. It's not like her age or anything. Okay, what I'm saying is that, like, her skin complexion looks just like a lot lighter than what it was.
Oh, that might be the hair.
And that's what I think. I think it might be the hair just washing her out.
Yeah.
But when I saw her, I was just like, whoa, that does not look like Beyonce.
But she looks the same color to me, so it might be the hair.
I think it's the hair then. It's definitely the
Yeah.
hair. Okay,
Because
cool.
some colors do wash you out.
No, 100%. Remember when I had my
Yeah.
blonde ass fucking hair? Like, I looked horrible. I looked pale. Also,
I
I
look
was like,
weird.
huh?
I look when my hair is fully blonde, I look weird. When I have like the balayage or the
Hmm.
highlights, then I
Yeah,
look good.
same.
Hmm.
I feel like for me, when I had blonde hair, mind you, I for some reason I was very scared to touch my roots when I was dyeing my hair. I don't know why. So they would do
That
like
makes
it
sense.
would look they would do like a blonde job from here, so it looked like my roots were already growing out. I just didn't look good as a blonde, and that's okay. But like if I get balayage or highlights, they look much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, congratulations to Beyonce and congratulations everybody to that album. You guys are Grammy award winners now. And then song of the year. No, hold on. Yeah. Then song of the year goes to our petty king, Kendrick Lamar. Not like us.
Drake is just not. It's humble Drake 2024.
It really no 2020, 2025.
Well, it was the song was in
Oh yeah,
2024.
yeah. And that made me laugh. When Chaplin Rowan won Best New Artist, that's a good album. I think one of my friends Tori introduced me to it. But I, secretly in my heart, I wanted Sabrina Carpenter.
We know,
Wait,
but she
guys, I'm
did
not
get
gonna be
a
shy
Grammy.
about it.
She did get a Grammy.
She did. She got two. She got one that was
Yeah.
nominated from like the one that they don't show, and then the one I was like,
So she didn't go
and
home
she won that off the
empty-handed.
feat of doing her performance. So I was like,
Hmm.
Batty, I want to see her in concert. I'm not gonna lie. I was telling Jose, I'm like, if she could, because now that she's putting out the second part of Sweet and Sour, I wonder was that gonna affect like the list of like your concert. And I just want to know if she ever comes back to like the tri-state area or Tampa. I'm down.
Well, she's definitely gonna go to New York.
Yeah.
It's
Or if
but
she goes to Tampa, me and Vicky will be there. Convict merchant all with Sabrina's face. But I just want to say congratulations to all the winners. Was the movie Wizard of Oz or whatever it's called on it or no?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch it. I saw like the highlights and stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Like I don't know. I'm just not interested anymore. To
It's
sit
not like
there for
it was
hours.
before, like people. And then there was like Kanye came to the red carpet with his
Oh
wife,
my god.
and then there was like controversial take saying that like he crashed it or something
Yeah,
like
he
that, and then he
wasn't
was escorted
invited.
out. I just didn't. I don't. And then he was like, I wasn't escorted out. I've been part. I was like, I just don't know.
I heard that he showed up uninvited and his wife, like the Grammys usually has like a dress attire or
Yeah,
like
she was wearing that invisible
so
dress that literally was just her nipples.
it's just like I'm so tired of seeing this woman's body. Like, can we just put on clothes? Like, what is the point at this point? I don't get it.
It's also
What is
like
the
not that
point?
shocking anymore. Like our tits and
It's
asses are
also
all over
like
the
I
place.
feel like it's the same naked outfit every
Yeah,
time.
like it's not that groundbreaking
At least when he was like with Kim, it would like switch up. It'll be like different shit. Now it's just like she's naked.
all the
Oh,
time.
she's naked again. She's
Yeah.
naked again.
And like that's not groundbreaking to be naked.
It's
Okay,
not.
half these people on Instagram are naked,
It's like I
men
don't
and
get.
women, and
I just don't get it. Maybe I don't know. I just don't get. And this is a lot for me because I was a Kanye stan. Like he
through and
was my
through.
favorite. I was down, ride or die, Kanye, everything. But I just can't with the antics anymore. Like every time I see him now, I just go. I'm like, oh, please.
I'm not gonna lie, I still like College Dropout.
No, of course. Like, and that's the reason. Like when I fell in love with him, it was not him, but his music. It was my great grandmother. She had like her first stroke
Mm-hmm.
and was in the hospital for like a week. And I heard Roses on late registration. And he was talking about the same thing, like his grandmother in the hospital and how we're the roses and we're the family that shows up and that's how you save them. And like I sat and I cried and I was like, that really is why he became my favorite rapper at the
Mm-hmm.
time. And everything he did after that was just like gold. Like everything that he put out, everything, it was all like masterful. It was all like beautiful art. And now it's just like I'm sure that he has a method to his madness, but I don't get it and I don't need to subscribe to it. So that's just how I feel.
I
Like,
do.
I don't think that he's out of control or anything. I think he knows exactly what he's doing and he has his reasons and he does what he does. But I don't gotta be a part of it.
I'm just
And that's
like
just how I
over
feel.
it with
And
Kanye.
I'm just not interested. But switching out of that, I wanted to talk about somebody else I'm over. And that is Bryn from Real Housewives of New York. So if you watch Roni, the reboot with the new girls, then you know that Bryn, she is biracial and she identifies herself as a black woman. And I say she identifies herself as a black woman because she is white passing. So
Hmm.
you wouldn't really know unless she told you. But she's known to like embellish truths to her friends, right? So like I'll tell you, yeah, Kim went and she said that you don't like me, right? And then Bryn will go and be like, oh, well, she said that she hates you and she wants to kick you down a flight of stairs, right? And then be like, that's the truth, like as if it's equal, and it's not. So she does that and she starts a lot of fights within the group.
Mm-hmm.
This season, she took it a step further. So she's also somebody who has suffered sexual assault. And while, that is terrible, no, of course, nobody wishes that on anybody. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. That is, I can't imagine the pain that you must feel every day knowing that, that that safety, that security within yourself was ripped from you. You know what I mean? But what she did to Uba, what she's been doing to Uba this entire season, first, she keeps baiting Uba to try to be this angry black woman trope. And it's so obvious because after she angers her, she then tells her, you don't want to be the black angry female. And it's like, well, you're doing that. You're putting that stigma. You're doing that to her. And then what she did was Uba said, Brenna's very sexual. She likes to make a lot of flirty jokes. She likes to talk about like sexual things. So Uba made a comment saying, look, I don't know if you went and had sex with somebody to get this job, but I didn't. And Bryn took that and said that Uba said that she sucked dick to get the job. Not the truth. And then they were arguing in a pool, and Bryn was like still mad about that comment. So she goes, so what should I just do? Go suck some dick and fall asleep? Or she says some shit like that, right? And Uba's like, if that's what you want to do.
Oh my
And
god.
then Bryn turned it around and said that Uba told her she should just go suck some dick. That's not the conversation that happened.
Oh my god.
So then Bryn is crying in the room, telling the other girls like she's tired of Uba like making her feel bad about her sexuality and all of this, and Uba knows that she was sexually assaulted, and she keeps throwing this in her face. So the girls are now disgusted because they're like, if you know that she was sexually assaulted, why do you keep making her feel like she's a slut? You know what I mean? Like you're like doubling down on her trauma. Like
Yeah.
so they become like irate with Uba. Like they didn't even want to look at her. Then one of the girls tells Uba, like, why would you say that when you know what happened to her? Turns out Uba never knew. So now Bryn is trying to make her look like this terrible person, saying like, oh, you knew that I was sexually assaulted and you keep saying these things about me. But the whole time Uba never knew. So Uba becomes pissed. And then after Uba becomes pissed and leaves to go to a hotel because she needs to be separated, Bryn then comes back and is like, you know what? Come to think of it. And she says this off camera. So on camera, she's like, Uba knows what happens to me. She knows what she did. And she keeps pushing this button and like attacking me, saying I've been sexual, all these things. Off camera, they do like a whole thing where it's like all the cameras are down, but the hotel has like
Oh, the surveillance.
the surveillance cameras and it's
Mm-hmm.
picking up conversation, and then the girls talk about it in the confessional. Bryn says off camera, you know what, come to think of it, I don't think that she realized what I said that night. So now the girls are like, deliberately said on camera that Uba knew you were sexually assaulted and is attacking you for this, to then now off camera say that that never happened.
Messy.
And Uba is, you know how big the Bravo universe is? And to like have that on camera and to have like a perspective out there, you see how bad these trolls get. Like, you see how crazy it gets with these trolls. The minute they pick up on something, they just attack you. They don't even have to know the full truth.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're gonna have the world think that of me? Like that I'm this person?
Like,
Like,
I'm
that's
this
who you are?
cruel.
Right. Like, I am this cruel, soulless person. And all the lies that she would tell throughout the season just started to spell out and spell out and spell out. And it was just like, you need to go get help.
Yeah.
The last thing you need right now is to be on a reality TV show. You need to go get help.
No, yeah, that's some sick shit.
It's really sick. She also said about Jessel, another girl, she was like that Jessel said that the love of her life is her ex-boyfriend. And Jessel had to watch that back with her husband. And her husband got mad at her and didn't believe her and was like, why would she say that then? Why would she say that? And Jessel had to make her admit, like, she was talking about like a crazy sex story. And she never said ever that the love of her life was her ex-boyfriend.
Wow.
And she's like, you don't know what that did to me and my husband. You don't
Our
know my marriage, my family, his family, our friends. They're all sitting here watching this happen. What you
judging.
saying? Right. What you saying? And then she's like, don't. I was just like, this. She needs to go.
Yeah, she needs
she
therapy
she
more than
needs
a reality TV show.
help. She needs help because I don't know. I can't. I really, I just, I can't. It's like the amount of disgust that I felt watching that. And then the whole, I'm a black woman, I'm trying to protect you from the angry black woman trope. Like, no. Stop it.
Can't do that.
Stop it.
Can't do that.
Stop it. Like, stop. First of all, stop saying it. Okay? Stop saying it. Stop perpetuating it. Stop poking at it and pulling it and stop. Nobody asked for this. You could have just let Uber be. You know what I'm
You didn't
saying?
have
Like,
to add on so much.
it was just, I really couldn't. I really couldn't. And then going from Bravo to Bravo, Paige and Craig.
That's gone
This
messy.
breakup has taken a turn. Okay.
So I saw that. I was like,
So
oop.
it's taken a turn. So apparently, what's been happening is
I need
from the details
popcorn just to be like, should we
girl,
get some?
me too.
Wait, should we take a pause for a second?
Do you need to?
Just to get popcorn. I'm hungry. So the breakup has turned messy.
It's gotten so messy and it's just so crazy. So first of all, on these rumors about Paige cheating, she didn't cheat, guys. Okay, it's not her personality. Like, if you know Paige, if you're a giggler, you watch Summer Charm, not Southern Charm, if you watch Summer House and you watch Paige for the past like what 5-6 years, you know that's not her personality. I don't think Paige cheated. I think she just realized Craig isn't who she wants, and that's okay. And at the same time, Paige, I love you, but Craig does not have to defend you. You broke his heart and left him. He broke his heart and left him in a phone call. He definitely does not have to defend you, okay? You did him dirty, girl. You did him dirty. That's crazy. After 3 years, a phone call? During the holidays?
That. It was that. I was like, oof.
A phone call, bro, during the holidays? And then she's like that he went on a press tour saying that they're still together. He was in denial, okay? Excuse the man for having a heart. He literally said, my favorite person in the world became a lesson. And I was like,
But to be fair, do you think she was already checked out of the relationship when she broke up with him?
I think she realized that it's not what she wants.
Right.
And I love that for her because I want her to be happy and have everything that she wants and needs. I think that, like I said the first time we spoke about this, everybody who's in the Bravo world, who's watched Southern Charm, who's watched Winter House, who watched Summer House, knows they were on two different timelines. They were on two very different timelines. So it was the reason why there was so much like questions about where this relationship was heading is because we all know y'all were on two different timelines. Like, so we wanted to see how this was gonna play out. So
100%.
now that you decided to take a step back and realize this isn't what you want, that's fine. Like, we get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he said, like he was saying that he's tired of people saying that love is not enough, and but it is. And it's like, I get what he's saying, and as somebody who does say that love is not enough, I get what you're saying, because it's like, when you love somebody enough, you do whatever it takes to make it work, and you make those sacrifices, and you concede, and you make those changes, and you blend and harmonize your wants, or like, you become more aligned to each other so that it can work. I get that. I get what he means. But it's like he said, she just realized what she wants isn't with him. And it's true. And that's okay. And he needs a catch, but he's not yours. And that's fine. And that's totally fine. But leave her alone. She did not cheat. And
Right.
leave him because he don't got to defend her. That's his ex. How many of y'all defending your ex? None of you. Okay?
I think Paige was coming from like, we spent 3 years together. You see that I'm getting attacked. I see her perspective of was like, can you just like say like no cheating happened? Like, because that's
Mm-hmm.
literally the biggest rumor that happened from the breakup.
Yeah, you can. I totally get that. That's totally reasonable to want that, but he does not have to do that.
He doesn't owe her anything.
He doesn't owe her anything. And right now, I really think he's still mad that you broke up with him over the phone during the holidays. Okay? We just made it out of January.
When was their breakup announced? In January, right?
No, yeah.
And they had
In the
broken up a
beginning.
month before, so December, so right before the holidays.
Yeah, so like they broke up the last week of November. She announced it. They're like, I think they recorded that episode December 31st or some shit like that. Or it
Mm-hmm.
was like that first episode in January. She announced it. And it's just like, And then he said that she lied,
I think a
saying that
phone
it
call
was.
is
Oh,
bad.
the phone call is bad. During the holidays is bad. And then he said she lied and said it was mutual. And it wasn't. He's not gonna defend you, sis. He is upset. He is heartbroken. He is piecing himself back
He's
together.
in
Okay?
denial too.
Huh?
He was in denial too.
He was in denial, heavy. He said that, like, he said you'll see things come out where she wasn't, like, it was out of the blue for him. Like a week or two before, they were like making plans for New Year's. They were like doing this or doing that. And then now she's like, he thought that she had a bad night, that they were going to work through it. You know what I mean? Which is understandable. Like when
So
you're in long,
understandable. After 3 years,
it's
definitely
so
understandable.
understandable. And then you're not just gonna run to the world and be like, we broke up the second she says it, because you never know if you guys like work it out, get back together, figure it out, and then you look stupid. And then you let everybody into the cracks of your relationship. You want to keep that private.
That.
So like you stay in denial for a little bit. You don't let it out to the public. You realize, okay, no, this is really over. And then you move on. The timeline makes sense. If they broke up end of November, he needed December to figure that shit out. January, you announced it early. So now he's pissed and heartbroken and trying to put his shambled life together, because he was the one conceding, saying, I'll push back when I want kids for you. I'll push back when I want marriage for you. He said on Watch What Happens Live that he was going to move to New York. He was going to come move for you. And then you left him. And again, you're not wrong for that. You're not wrong for deciding what you want.
You're not
But
wrong for choosing yourself.
you're not wrong at all for choosing yourself, but he's still allowed to feel what he feels. And you can't expect him to protect you while he's trying to piece himself back together from what you did. Again, would it be mature if he did that? Yes. Would it be really nice? Yes. Does he have to be either of those things right now? No. Would I? Fuck no. I'd be like, did you cheat on me? How I know you didn't cheat on me? I don't know what you did.
But you just said she wouldn't.
No, I know. I said that's what I would say.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like,
That's what I would.
because as a person, I don't know Paige from these shows. I just
Mm-hmm.
started listening to Giggly Squad. Her contact is now on my For You page every single day, and I didn't even. She is I love her.
Yeah.
I've seen clips now of her like going off on people, and I was like, okay,
Mhm.
queen, like.
And then Connie also, Craig is an Aquarius man. We know how they are.
Oh,
We know how they are. Okay. Do you see him defending her right now?
yeah, no.
He needs his time to process, and then he'll come and do the right thing. That's how they are. Okay. They need their time apart to get it together, to fix it all in their head. And
As a
then
girly that has been blindsided by breakups, I get
same.
it.
No, same. That's what I'm saying. Same.
I don't even want to.
There has
I don't
only
even want to
been
bring up
one
this right now.
fucking breakup that blindsided me, and the way I felt after, I was not going to defend any fucking body.
Yeah, and we're talking about these breakups. Definitely happened in like early
I
20s,
was
late
like,
20s.
I was like 18.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like our frontal lobe was not. Well, that's not true. My frontal lobe was developed for
No, it
one of them.
wasn't.
No,
Oh,
my
you're
frontal
right.
lobe was developed for one of them. I was just a
Okay,
dumb bitch.
mine wasn't, but I could promise you it hasn't developed to the point where I would be less petty in that situation.
You know, I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that. Like, I do want to say, I would, I would defend, but like, I don't know. Yeah, no, probably. I'd probably be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
I probably would be
it's a
fuck
little
you.
bit of a fuck you. Like, he gets to feel like that right now. Now, if this was like a year later, it'd be like, all right, come on.
Now
But
it's like,
it's
get over
right
me.
now. It's right now. And it's like,
I needed that popcorn so much. You don't even know. I was like, I was dying.
and then did you see that everybody is shipping him with the Rebecca girl who was with Matt, the Bachelor?
Rachel,
Rachel. There
Rachel.
you go.
Let me tell you, I. So okay, so now we're working through my universe of The Bachelor.
Yes.
And actually, I'm trying to watch the new one that just premiered with The Bachelor. I forgot his name already. I'm not invested yet, guys.
I actually watch Matt's.
I watched Matt's too.
That's the only one I
No,
watched.
because we were
And
happy it was Matt. But
mhm.
so for everybody that doesn't know, Rachel did have a controversial past. That what was it? She was like, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. Oh, I think, and I'm like sparks noting this right now. She was growing up down south, and they had like what looked like a plantation party,
Oh
maybe
yes, yeah.
something
She
like
had
that.
plantation parties.
Something
Like
like
that's
she was. It
something that
wasn't like
they
her
do.
party, but it was like she was in it.
Yeah, like
And
that's the culture she grew up in. That's what they do.
yeah, and Rachel is she Mexican too? I feel like
I
some
have
like I
no
remember.
idea.
I don't know now. I'm confusing this girl. Hold on, Rachel.
I have no idea.
She is so beautiful though. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like she is her. I don't know if she gets her lips done, but if she does, that doctor's phenomenal because those lips look natural as hell. Whatever. TBD on the Mexican. I feel to say like she said like her or Native. I don't remember. I honestly right now I'm like that was 4 years ago. Now about to
It
be
was a long time
5.
ago.
Yeah, but that was like the controversial thing, and it only sucked because when that information came out, we didn't know Matt was choosing her. But then
Yeah.
as the season was progressing, we're like, oh, but she has this controversial past. Like, are we really watching them fall in love? And now it's just like, oh, but we have now this whole perspective of her. And this is also the season that Chris Harrison also was in the wrong for defending Rachel because it's like, no, we have to evolve and grow and we have to own up to shit that we've done. And I think Chris in his mind was not trying to do that at the time. Of course, now 5 years later, shit has moved on. People have moved on. But like it really like this is gonna sound so bad, he should have never commented on anything.
He shouldn't have.
This is not it was not his space to comment. I understand as like the host of the show, like you want to say no. In that environment that we were that in the environment that especially in 2020 and everything, it was just like not the time at all.
Yeah.
And even now it's not the time. But like I'm just saying in that heat of the moment, everything that was going on, it was not the time.
It's also his comments were tone deaf because it wasn't
So tone deaf. He's like, what are you
sympathetic
gonna do?
to the
She was
other side at
18.
all.
She was
Right.
only 20. Like, especially like you know how things are in the South. Like, come on, like especially now that this Coco brain's back in fucking office, like,
Right.
like come on. So, um, apparently, like, obviously the internet, you know, will be come at you and will come at you hard. I'm not excusing that for her, but they eventually Matt and Rachel were able to figure it out, and move on with their relationship, where they both were so removed now from the bachelor world that they became influencers on their own. Dating for 4 years, so I want to say they were dating. She's 28. They started dating at her 24. Okay, cool, right? When she went on Call Her Daddy, another co-host, another coworker of ours,
However.
um,
Mhm.
you could just see like she even like talked about it, like the whole controversial thing and everything, and how like that took a lot on her. Which again, when you are getting canceled, I'm pretty sure people say the most fucked up shit to you too. Like
Yeah,
I'm
of
like
course.
we've seen the comments, like we know. And then she was explaining, and she was just like, he just said like she wasn't the one. And
Mhm.
like that would hurt for any woman, because I think he was also making jokes about like, oh yeah, I'll get engaged, or like maybe not, I don't know. And it was like 4 years. And again, there's no timeline to when you should get engaged, when you should get married. Like, especially when you start dating at 24. Like I get it. 28 sounds about correct, but like please don't put pressure on yourself, because we saw what pressure does. Like, example, what's her name? Katie and Tom from Vanderpump. She put this pressure
Yeah.
that she wanted to do this, all of it, and she kept forgiving Tom for her this shit. Just because she thought she had to do on the timeline, which is why I say like don't. Your life is your life. Do not worry about anybody's timeline. Do I
Mhm.
think you should always have that talk with your partner, maybe during the first months, then kind of do a check in like a year or two to make sure that you guys are still on the same page? Yes, I very firmly believe that, because then
Mhm.
one of you could be on a different page, like Paige and Craig, and you
Yeah.
guys are just not like figuring it out. At least you're not like 30 years plus in, and then you're like, oh shit, like now for women it's just our clocks are a little bit, gives us a timeline a bit, because we do
Yeah.
want to have children. Of course, now people are having children later in life, which is great. Like I like that the
But
signs is
nobody
moving.
wants that.
Huh?
Not everybody wants that.
Right. So, whatever. So, well, how she said it, she was just like, there was just one day, like, one little fight just erupted into something big. And when I
Mhm.
tell you, you could just see like the hurt in her eyes, like how she
Mhm.
really planned this life with him. And for it to be ripped away like that, but it's also just like, she said one time she downloaded something on her phone that was like a VPN thing. And so her phone doesn't work with Wi Fi on the plane. So he knows she's going on a airplane from Japan all the way back to Atlanta. She won't have service for, I want to say 17 hours as a flight. I don't know. Don't quote me, guys. And you post that, and right before she gets on the flight, that's the first thing she says, and then she sees, and then her friend texts her, and she's like, Rachel, what the fuck? And then you're silent for 17 hours. The way I would have hopped off that flight and got on the phone in Japan, and been like, and I get it, guys. Like, I know flights are expensive, trust me. But the way I would have been like, oh hell no. But also like, I want to say like, I think she said, and the guys, I'm paraphrasing. I saw this like 2 weeks ago too. When she said she was just like, I had anxiety that whole flight. No, the anxiety will make me throw up. Like
Yeah,
I
literally.
like what? Like I would be like, can I
Literally.
steal your phone, person next to me? Like imagine.
Right.
And so for him to do that, I feel like it was really shady. For him to even like post that breakup post, it was just like really odd, because I didn't like, James didn't present, like, again, the religion's not important. He just didn't really present himself so much of the religion world. That's why when he was
Mhm.
just like, and let's bring our heads and God and everything, I was like, wow, this feels so, it felt so out of left field for somebody that doesn't preach a lot, in
Right.
my opinion. But now she's single. Alex Cooper did give her some good advice. She was just like, listen, I understand you may have been like a placeholder, and it's okay. But she's like, I do think you should go no contact. And it is hard to do no contact with an ex for that long, but it is recommended for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
you have to.
yeah, because then you're gonna fall back into the cycle. And she says she doesn't think she'll get back with him. And I applaud her for saying that, because I don't think you could get over somebody saying you're not the one. I don't envision you as my wife, or like being the mother of my kids. Granted, she's 28, she's still young. She got the world in her, she got the world in the palm of her hands. Like and again, I know this is not superficial shit, but she is very beautiful.
No, she
And
is.
I'm
She's a
just
beautiful
like,
young girl. She has time.
yeah, and again, I hope like when she's done healing with this, because again, you can't just wrap up 4 years and be like, okay, no, like I know there's obviously more attachment to it, there's more things,
Mhm.
but like I just can't wait to see what happens with her. And then now they're shipping her and Craig. That'd be actually
I
hilarious.
know.
That'd actually be hilarious.
It would be hilarious. And I just want the same way I want Paige to be happy and have everything that she needs and wants. I want the same for Craig because he really is just trying to build his life. Like, even if you watch this season of Southern Charm, he's having so many problems with his friends because he's spending so much time trying to build his businesses that they're like, you don't spend any time with us.
Right.
And he's like, look, I'm trying to, I'm trying to be so. He was being sober and stuff to prove to Paige that he's husband material. God bless you. And he is working really hard on Sewing Down South, and he has a bar and he has a podcast and he's building his wealth and he's trying to like. He didn't want to be like 40 with his first kid. Like he wanted to start now.
Right.
So he wants these things, and like I understand how he feels. I hope he finds it.
Me too. And I hope he doesn't just like rush into it either,
Right.
Like don't just think
Like I want him to find the happiness and like the I want him to find it with somebody who he truly loves and enjoys.
Same, yeah.
And not just a placeholder.
Right. Like don't think just because like don't insert a new person into that void that Paige now left, because then it's not gonna be genuine. And then guys, kids having I don't have kids, but my one of my best friends just gave birth. My other best friend is about to give birth. Yeah. Oh. And that just again, like you always said, Vicky, you are now parenting with your partner and also trying to figure shit out, and also being a brand new mother and parents in general. Like, so just think like you could just put somebody in there, have a kid with them. Like you don't know this person. You have to get to know them a bit.
It is such a risky thing. Like I feel like you feel like I could talk about it because I am a wife and a mother, but it's like the way our journey went, it's a risky one. Like I don't think I ever spoke about this on the pod, but like I met Rich June 2019. We started dating in like July. He had just gotten a relationship with somebody else. By September 1st, they ended their relationship, so I didn't do anything wrong.
No, I know. No, I'm calling her a whore. Vicky got shooters out here always.
He asked me to be his girlfriend September 1st. By December, I was pregnant. By May the next year, we moved in together. By April the year after that, I found out I was pregnant again. And then that's 2021. I found out I was pregnant again. December 2021, I had Malia. Then April 2022, we moved to Florida and he proposed. March 2023, we got married.
And that's the picture behind her.
That picture right there. And it's been a fucking whirlwind, but like
lucky.
I got lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say lucky.
I got lucky. So I'm not the one to like, I'm very impulsive, but you really got to lead with your heart. And you really got to like be honest with yourself about how you feel about this person and what they're showing you and how they're showing up for you and everything. But I hope that they both find.
I hope that they find what they want. Like, excuse me, like the love, the happiness, all of it.
Same.
I just don't think they were each other's persons. Just like I feel like Matt and Rachel weren't each other's persons either.
Right. I hope Rachel finds what she wants to.
Me too.
Matt is giving me very much fuckboy vibes, so he could go.
Matt definitely gave me fuckboy vibes because then Claire Carly, I think her last name was, she was the bachelorette during COVID. And apparently, and guys, I'm paraphrasing this. I don't know if this is actually accurate or not. I saw it on Instagram. Apparently, so Matt was not controversial about Matt, but a little bit in the bachelor world. Usually they choose the bachelor bachelorette from the season before. They with Claire, they kind of just pulled her from like she was already on a season. So it was like she was already like bachelorette. So they were just pulling her again. They didn't have any good contenders apparently. But then apparently what she said, she was like, yeah, I told production I didn't want him because he just like, it seemed like he wasn't looking for a relationship. It seems like he just wanted to be on TV. And she was talking about Matt. But then she was like, it all worked out because then he became the next bachelor. And I was like,
right. See? I don't know. He giving me, I don't know. He didn't go sit in a ditch somewhere. But
he genuinely did not want, and then she even said this on the, on Call Her Daddy. She was like, every single time they went out to eat, they had to record it. And I was like, listen, guys, I'm all for the content. Like, if you saw me on my Mexico trip, I was just like ocean, pool, shots. But every single meal, there's sometimes I walk out this house, nothing, barefaced. Honestly, I will say 85% of the time, I'm barefaced.
This is what you're getting.
And then you're going to film me?
Like, Oh my god. You know how many people are like, oh, I wish my husband took random pictures of me for like memories. This man that I married lives to like
take the most embarrassing pictures of you.
Embarrass my soul. Like the pictures that he takes of me and posts on his Instagram stories is like, did he marry a fucking hippopotamus? Like he takes, and now mind you, this isn't like me being like hard on myself. I'm a beautiful girl. Okay, even
Yes,
plus
you are,
size 50
boo.
is a beautiful girl.
Hell yeah, girl.
The pictures this man takes of is like of a mongrel. Like who is this girl? Like, what angles are you look? I've never even seen these angles of myself. Like, how are you finding these pictures? Like, what is this? And then he's like, look, I posted you. And I'm like, but why is it of my back fat and double chin? Like, why aren't you taking a picture of like me? Or like my arm fat will be in it. And it's like, what are you looking at? Like, what is the goal here? Like, why is it
You gotta train them early. I trained Jose to get my angles. I'm like, but no, men are like that because one day Jose was like, look at this picture I took of you. It was me sleeping on the couch. I had my mouth open. I was like,
I'm saying? I'll be like that. I'll be like, or I'll be in the middle of talking, like, he's like posting that, and I'm like, why is that the picture? There are plenty of pictures of me, like, you know, ready to be in a picture. Not I'm chewing, or like my mouth is open. I look like a fucking horse, a pregnant horse or some shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. The pictures.
you want to see a personality pic? This is a personality pic. I'll show it on the pod. I
feel like, you know how people say like they see themselves in the mirror and like their self-esteem goes low. I feel like my self-esteem goes low when I see the pictures that my husband takes of me. Like, that's when my self-esteem goes low.
You see,
but you still look cute though.
Oh, thank you.
Him, I think he's more embarrassed in this picture.
No, because the way I was trying to get my hair out the way. He was like, no, but I look ready. I was like,
you see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I don't understand. Like, these men just don't care about us.
They really don't.
This is what I'm learning.
This is a hard truth.
This is a hard truth.
But
this is a hard truth.
Look at the picture I took of you. Like,
right, literally.
I was like, and he's like, you were snoring. I was like, I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask if I was.
I'm sorry.
We love them though.
I totally love my husband.
I love Jose. I do. I really am. I'm in love with him. Oh my god! But sometimes I'm just like, oh god, love though.
Love.
Oh, this also brings me to another. Oh wait, anything else with Paige and Craig in the Bravo world?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna hop 2 subjects, so just bear with me. One is we gotta talk about Traitors. Cause Gabby from The Bachelorette, The Bachelor and The Bachelorette is on this season. And I don't know if I told this in the last podcast. I think I did. They were like, oh, where are you from? And she's like, The Bachelorette. He's like, how did that work out for you? She's like, I'm a lesbian now. And I just tell you, like, I've been a Gabby fan since The Bachelor. Like, she was just a ride or die. She didn't give a fuck. Like, she is one of those people that eventually her life would have taken her down this road of being everything. And she was like a pandemic nurse, like everything like that. She was a cheerleader for the Broncos, all of that stuff. I think the Broncos is a football team, but she was a cheerleader for a football team. I think it's the Broncos. Don't quote me. I think I went
to the Super Bowl with the Broncos.
Yeah. I was always a fan of her, and I followed her right away on IG. And she just does not care. Like, one of her clips, like, she has this podcast. She's also now a coworker of ours. Her podcast is called Long Winded, and in one clip, it's so funny. She was like, "Why don't they make birth control or figure out how to have men shoot blanks? Because why do I have to possibly get pregnant by a Zamboni worker, and then I have to, give birth to the spawn of Satan because I was in spring break?" Like, she is just so funny. And in Traitors, it's really showing. Like, Gabby, her facial expression, that's always was her. She'd be like that. She'd be like. And it's so pure. I love her. I have not caught up. I'm missing 2 episodes on Traitors.
So am I. Okay, good.
So the last one, like, this got me upset because, again, this is a game. But, like, Gabby was part of the Bambis. And they
The
voted
Grammys are Nikki. What's her last name? Garcia, the wrestler. Nikki. What's her
Nikki.
last
I
name?
want to say that. I'm not too sure.
It's a wrestler. Nikki. She's a twin.
Yeah.
That girl. Chriselle and
Bella?
Gabby.
Nikki Bella?
Maybe.
I'm not going to Google
Yeah.
it right now. Guys, correct us on the
You guys
pod.
know who I was talking
Correct us
about.
on the
You know
comments.
who I
Correct us in the comments.
you know who we're
So they
talking
were
about.
all three part of them. The way they turned on Nikki so much on the spoiler alert, sorry. Spoiler from episode 4, I think it was.
Yeah.
So the way they turned on Nikki so bad. And I was just like, wow, Nikki would have been the only one loyal in this alliance. Because I'm like, even if the whole table's saying Nikki and I'm your alliance, and I get it's a game, guys, I would still feel like I would say Vicky. I would say Tom. I would say somebody else that's not her, even if my vote is a burnout vote. Now,
Chriselle's reason for turning on Nikki was so dumb.
so dumb. And then Gabby had like a good point turning on Danielle. She was like, "Oh, I heard you guys come out the cellar room," and then she's like immediately debunked. And I was like, "No, Gabs, like follow your intuition."
No, yeah, I thought that she was gonna get it after
Me
that.
too. And I was like, "Come on, Gabs, you got this." And then and I get it because like they have to be great liars and everything. But I was just like, "No, Gabs, you were so close." I love her. Literally truly do
Michelle
love.
has. I feel like when I'm watching her in Selling Sunset, Bambi is a good name for her, right? And then watching her turn on Nikki and then be so convicted in her dumbass reasoning, I was just like, shut up, Chriselle. like, I just want her to shut up and go somewhere. Like, shut up.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I love her.
Chriselle really pissed me off. I was like, are you fucking, because she had a reaction?
Because she breathing differently, girl.
Like, I'm sorry, what? That's what you're going off of?
But this is kind of like I always say, nothing's fair, love and war in the challenge. Because in the challenge, you're really stuck in that bubble that like this is
First of
life or
all,
death.
when I saw Wes, I was like, yes!
When Wes said, he was just like, but how would you know if you're 100%? Like Wes's mind is just made for this shit.
He's so fucking smart. That's why I was so happy because he is perfect for this game.
No, he will clue
so
it.
fucking smart.
Like Wes, like if you guys didn't watch it,
he already picked Benny Boston Rob. When he was like, "Oh, how would you know?" When he said the thing, when he was like, "How would you know 100% unless you know 100%?" He was like, he already thinking.
The wheels are turning in Wes's head. And let me tell you, as a fan of the challenge, I was ready for that. I was just like, no, because Wes, no matter what you say, like, yes, was Wes conniving, sneaky, yes, but Wes was always a good ass player.
You have to be really fucking smart to be conniving and sneaky and be successful at it. And the minute I saw Wes, I was just like, he's going far.
It's over for you, hoes.
They don't banish him. He's going far.
Yeah. Also, like when they got Bob the drag queen out, I was her. But I'm also okay, so you watch episode 4, so I know this. Danielle is playing such a dumbass game.
No, she's stupid.
How do you go up there twice and not put your own fucking picture? We already had that people were putting on their own pictures. You're doing too much. You're feeling too safe.
The only traitor who I think is doing a really good job is Caroline.
Because Caroline's already kooky. So nobody's really like figuring her out.
She's doing a really good job because she's acting like nothing's happening.
She was just like,
Boston Rob he's trying too hard to control things.
Yeah.
Danielle is trying too hard to up Boston Rob.
Yeah. They're trying to
they're like going against each other. And then Caroline's just like, doo.
But also I do like that Casey, I think that's his name, kind of brought up to Caroline. They were like, yeah, she kept saying your name. I was like, ooh. And yet, guys, I know they already have episode 7, so I know like we're behind, but like don't spoil it for us. We'll watch it by next pod. And then when they were coming on my girl Sierra.
So you don't watch Summer House. Sierra and Paige are besties. But
I do like Sierra because first of all, Sierra is beautiful the way she dresses, by the way. I love her outfit.
Oh yeah.
But Sierra's like, she was just like, I am not like she was pissed. But
she's another nurse.
Is she?
She's a nurse and a model.
I mean, with those legs, I would hope so. Jesus.
And she's a nurse in New York.
Oh, that's right, girl. Let's go. With those legs of hers, I would hope she's a model. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's a nurse and a model, but she I love her. She had a podcast. I think she stopped it, but when they were coming at her, trying to like get her out, I was like, no, not my girl Ciara.
I do like
I was
Ciara.
I was sad that they got rid of Robin because I feel like Robin was doing really good. Um, and then
Alan, yo, the way he just throws the pictures, his outfit's on point. His snarky
Lauren,
Wait, hold on. I have to bring this up. The way the production team is so team Ariana
I
because
know.
the edit on Tom is hilarious. Like Tom has no friends in this game. Tom,
Are you not over it now though?
no, I am. Like I'm still very much I think what he did is fucked up, like 100%.
No, of course. I'm just like, all right.
No, but
But
like
then, oh, this reminds me. I'm sorry.
no,
I
it's
don't mean
okay.
to cut you off.
We're both
I don't mean
cutting
to
each
cut
other
you off.
off. This is just life right now.
But this reminds me. His latest girlfriend posted a few weeks ago on Instagram. Guess you guys were right. A tiger never does change his stripes. Best friends really
Oh
are his
yeah, yeah,
stripes.
yeah. I saw that.
And I was just like, what?
No, yeah, like, and then she like retracted saying, "That's like, that's not what I meant." It's like, okay, sis, I'm sure.
And that was pretty
Yeah,
obvious.
like I'm like,
That
you
was
could
like,
have thrown the hammer more in it on the head. But
I Teddy just
I
farted.
took an edible one day. What happened?
Teddy just farted.
Oh, Teddy.
His
I took
farts
an
are like
what happened?
his farts are like death.
Oh, so I took an edible one day and I saw this scene from Tom. I think it was episode 3. They hate
Mhm.
this man, and I'm telling you, on the edible, I laughed so hard I cried. Like that's how funny this shit was. It's on our TikTok. It's on Convict Podcast TikTok, and it's basically this one like high as a kite, but like he's so funny. But now this brings me to my other thing. Another thing in pop culture, which is something very dear to Vicky and I because we actually bonded over this when we first started working. The Met Gala has announced
Yes,
is
I did see
his
that.
dress code for this year,
Uh-huh.
and it's tailored for you. And
Mhm.
this is one of the pictures that they have shown, and
Mhm.
I honestly cannot wait.
Me either. I did see that the other day. Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, I took a screenshot right away because you know your girl was already drunk at 10:33 in the morning. But shh, um, none of your business. Keep it together. So I'm so excited. So what me and Vicky used to do during the Met Gala season, it was always in May.
First Monday in May.
Sorry, my foot started itching. First Monday in May. Sorry, it just like it was an itch. I had to like scratch it. First Monday in May. And we used to go through Central Park. And then as people were arriving on the carpets while we were doing one of our long 3-hour walks, we would just like, it wasn't that long, guys. It was from what, 59th all the way to 116th. It wasn't that bad. And we would just like send each other pictures, send each other up like everything until and we were like, oh, what is this? It's not on theme. So now I'm excited because when it does happen again, I always send things to Vicky. I'm like, what do we think? That's not it. And I want to see what people do this time. Like I want to see, are the girls gonna wear suits? Are the girls gonna like go all out? The boys is a little bit hard sometimes because I feel like they only could wear suits, but I'm like, spice it up. Spice it the fuck up.
And
So
sometimes they do.
like Bad Bunny when he
Who
had his
are
back
Kanye
out
West.
in that suit, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, King.
And I want to see who goes this year.
Me too. I want to see who is invited and not. So I'm
And I
excited.
always love the after Met pictures.
All the parties,
Yes, love them. Me and Connie, we go through all the Instagrams and we're like, love, hate, hate. What the fuck is this?
right?
Love, love, love. Like we are Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers in this bitch.
Okay, on the Met
And then
Gala
we would be
night.
so harsh. Mind you, we're like those memes that like, oh, people up at the Met Gala, we're judging, and mind you, we're in sweatpants and a shirt. 100%. Because I'm
100%.
dungy. Also, this year we're gonna try, and Vicky, I know I'm just springing this on you. We're gonna try
What
to
you want?
post the outfits on our Instagram,
Okay,
just so like we could also be like, get traction. Convict
we
podcast is
can
the
do
best
that.
podcast. Convict podcast all the way.
Whoop, whoop.
So you'll see that, and you'll see our critiques. So you'll be like, Vicky said, I said, yay, like things like that. So it'll be interactive. You guys have to comment, please. But I'm excited that they announced the gala theme, and I also this year I do want to make it an effort to actually go to the museum and see like the outfits after.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because
Okay.
like also the Met Gala now has this thing where like you could have drinks or something after work, like at 5 o'clock. I think they're on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cute. I want to go like on a date
Oh,
night
that's
or with my
cute. That
girls.
is
Like it's perfectly
cute.
fine.
Yeah, I
I'm
love that. If I
excited.
was still in New York, we would be doing that.
100%, because I'm like, I'm like, Vicky, just close the laptop. I mean, I say this like I'm like not the same. I'll be like, hold on, I gotta do this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. And then what is the one last day for pop culture? Hold on. Shit. Never mind. I don't have anything else for pop culture. Do you have anything else?
I have one more thing,
Yes.
and that's it. And it's all of these goddamn planes.
That's not pop culture. That's
What?
news.
What
What
in the
is
actual
going
fuck?
on with these planes?
What in
I
the
was
actual?
scared to fly.
First of all, I think this is all a distraction
Mm-hmm.
for
Me
something else that's gonna
too.
happen. But I'm scared because I don't know what the fuck that else thing that is gonna happen is gonna happen.
Also, like, what happened to the drones? Are they still out there?
Who the fuck
Because
knows?
that story got wiped away after all these plane crashes.
But who is going on a plane now? I was
Yeah, I was.
scared knowing you were going on a
Me
plane.
too. My last words to my sister was, if I die or anything happens to me, everything belongs to Isabella and Luke. Like,
Like, it's terrifying.
it is. It's
Me and Mitch spoke about it. We're like, if we go back to New York this year, we're driving. It's like,
and you know what some people have done, and I heard this once before. They fly separate, like husband and wife or mom or dad. They take one kid each, and I'm just like,
let the whole family don't die. Is that deep?
that's what people do apparently, because just in case, because you never know. Like I don't know. I guess for the line to live, or just like for
If I have that much fear about being on the plane, I'm
I would
not
never jump
going
on a
on the
plane.
plane.
Yeah.
I'm not going on. I'm not risking it.
No, honestly, driving though it
Like,
is a lot, but like it is safer at least. Well,
mm-mm.
each have their cons. But
Yeah.
no, the thing with the planes, when I was boarding on a plane, like my neighbor here, he's such a sweetheart. He gets our packages whenever we go on vacation, and he saw us when we were leaving. He's like, "Are you guys a little bit nervous?" I'm like, "Yeah, thanks." Just a little bit nervy, but yeah. And I was like this the
Bring
whole
it up.
time, and I passed out going to Mexico. Like I just fell asleep.
Mhm.
I woke up a little bit when the plane took off, but I just passed out right after. Like it's like my body
What
just
is that
shut
flight
down.
for you? Like 6 hours?
No, it was only 4.
For me, it's like one and a
Jose
half.
was bringing up that point to me when we were leaving Mexico. He was just like, Florida. This is just like a road trip for
Hop,
us.
skip, and a jump.
Yeah, he was like hop, skip, and jump
Go.
away. He was just like, let's
Go.
go.
Paddle away. When I went to Cancun in December, it was literally an hour and 45 minutes, and we were back down.
Yeah, but my thing is with the planes, the one that happened in George Washington D.C.
What
How
did you
did I?
wait?
I just heard my.
Should I gave it a whole first, middle, and last name? George Washington D.C. the fifth.
I felt like an edible just hit me.
Not George Washington. You're fucking stupid.
Yo, that was crazy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, in George Washington D.C.
Airport. I just want to say, and me and my dad are both conspiracy theory people. Like I always have my
We
tinfoil
really
hat
gotta get our
on.
tin
Huh?
hats. We really gotta get our hats.
No, yeah. I think when it comes to conspiracy corner, I'm gonna buy it for us on Etsy and just be like,
Also, imagine tinfoil hats that say convict on it.
I'm gonna go on Etsy and see. I'll ship one
Yeah.
to you if it gets done. I'll be like one to Vicky, one to Connie. So then, oh my god, convict, and then under it says conspiracy corner.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me write that down because I have
We
to
gotta
mention.
design. We gotta design. We gotta design.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, because I have to mention. I'll forget. Hold on. Convict conspiracy corner for merch. Okay, I got it. I got it on my thing. So me and my dad were talking about it. So I was driving back home from Jersey, and we were talking about like the whole crash and everything. And I was telling my dad like it was like kids and like people and like like families literally wiped because it was from a ice skating figure sport. There you go. And so my dad was, I'm like, but dad, Black Hawks are like military helicopters. Like they can see at night, allegedly from the movies I've seen. I don't. This is all
From
from like what
our
I think. These are
see and
convict
tell.
facts. This is about Black
Mm-hmm.
Hawks. I'm like, they could see at night. They could see if they could see like on the ground.
You shouldn't be flying if you can't
That's
see.
what I'm saying. So and
Was
also
he
they
a
have like
bat?
night vision and shit. Like, what are
You
we
know what I'm saying? Like,
doing?
there's no sonar vision. Like, why are
Yeah.
you flying
And they both
blind?
have trackers. Like you'll see an object,
Mhm.
like it's I'm like, so you're telling me, and then if you see in the other POV when that Black Hawk was aiming at it, like you see like the plane was just like on its trajectory, and like you know what it is? It's like the bittersweet moment. You're what, 15 minutes away from landing, maybe even less. So you're thinking you had a safe flight and everything, and that happens? Like, how tragic is that? A man was at the airport saying he was ready to pick up his wife, waiting for her. They were texting each other. All of a sudden, the texts are not delivering anymore. How tragic is that? And I remember I woke up like the night that it happened because it wasn't on the news yet because everybody was just it happened like
Mhm.
around 10 to 11 p.m. So the news cycle had already ended for the day. But I remember they're like, we're looking for bodies in the ocean. And I'm like, I hope they find somebody like alive. But like it's very hard to find me because a collision like that, things can happen. There
That's
have
how
been
that's
survivors
broken.
of much worse accidents, but it's like very hard. And apparently, like recently, they just released a black box, not the recording, but they're saying like the last minute they noticed that the Black Hawk was coming at them, and they tried to tilt up to get away
Mhm.
from the line of path, but they're like it just smashed through.
And then fucking Trump and his disrespect. Usually, I remember last time Trump was in office, and us New Yorkers, we have a very different sense of humor. And some of the things he said, I didn't agree with, but I did find at least comical. What he said about going to the site of the crash was not funny. It was not funny.
We have a clown in
It's
office, like that's what it is.
like, and not even a good clown.
No,
Like,
a psychotic clown. He reminds me so much of Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
oh my god, oh my god,
Because the
yes,
way he's pulling us out of a lot of shit, it's scary.
yeah.
And I'm nervous for these next 4 years.
And
Um,
then even like him trying to change like the simple things like Black History Month, Spanish Heritage Month,
the
like Native
DEI
American,
or the DIE, the
yeah,
DEI,
DEI,
DEI. What the
and
fuck?
trying to take away like these little celebrations that we have of how diverse we are.
Fucking the Gulf of America. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, come on.
Also
I
fucking
can't
Mexico,
afford eggs right now. Okay, eggs are
right?
$60. I gotta buy chickens now. Raise them in my parents' backyard so I could get some fucking eggs.
It is. Did I just saw that a plane is lost in
Yeah,
Alaska,
I saw that. Did you hear about? And also the one in Philly that nose dived into the fucking concrete.
and the one in December, one in Texas crashed.
And then the one in that landed in Seattle or something in the tri-state. Like it was a plane from Japan and one from another plane. They didn't crash. They were on the ground already, but their tails like were intertwined because like it just like smashed. And also then it was another one that it was like a close call. Like they were like stop, stop, stop flying, because one of the commercial planes were about to hit a private jet. I'm like too many things. And then
Yeah,
when the Houston one had the Houston to New York had to be deboarded because something was already fishy with the engine.
something in Atlanta had to be deported too.
Yeah, so it's just like very, and I think from what I read is that Trump has, I think, taken funding away from like airlines, like how to, like the procedure wise, like the safety checks and everything. And I think this is also a big distraction for what's actually going on, and a lot of people on conspiracy talk have been on the same page as us. So
Mhm.
I kind of just want to know, like, I'm actually more fearful if you're putting like lives in danger like this.
Right. For
What
it
could
to
actually
be
be more
this,
scary than this?
for it to be this big of a distraction, it has to be something really big,
Yeah.
and that scares me.
Nervous. And then like even the and again, this is, I know we're not mostly a political podcast, but like even the tariffs against like Canada and all that, like even
In
what's his name,
Mexico,
Justin
yeah.
something from Canada, he was just like, this is gonna hurt you guys, like this is not
Right.
really gonna. And I'm just saying, like, even he's talking nicer than our actual fucking president. Like I don't even consider him a president. I just consider he is again, you guys know how I feel about presidents. They're just puppets to actually what's going on behind the scene.
I don't know if he's a puppet.
I think he is. I think
I
there's
feel
much
like
more people pulling the.
I definitely feel like there's much more people, but I feel like he's also a lot more rogue and is more a part of the planning than just a puppet.
Ooh. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know.
It's scary
It's all
times, y'all.
very
It's scary times.
It's scary times as always when Trump is in office, but it's scary
Very
times this
uncertain
year.
times for us.
This year, I just feel like maybe I've been reading so much because real world is really shitty and scary. I don't know,
100%.
but yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
have
thinking.
another addition to our pod. It's Shark Corner.
Oh, we have a shark
We have a shark, not a letter, because I don't think I gave him the email.
letter. So shark.
Shark Corner. So Shark Corner, as we last left off with, we gotta do like a pop up Shark Corner. We last left off is that Shark is single and that we talked about anal.
Mhm.
And we asked him, third day questions. So now Shark has made a hinge. And let
Oh.
me tell you, when he showed me the hinge, immediately laughed. Because his hinge is so like it's so him, but the last picture on the hinge had me dying. Cause we started Shark Corner.
Can we get? Thank you.
So his hinge is what was he fuck, I should have asked him to send me screenshots so I could remember what he put on his thing. But they were funny. But then he was just like, Connie, none of them are really making conversation with me. And then I see what he says. He's just like liking it and saying something, but like the girls haven't really responded. Or like he's like, what am I supposed to do with a thank you? Like ask me a question. And I was just laughing. I do think Shark should go on Bumble too, just because that's a little bit more
Mhm.
funner. And then I was like Tinder, because Tinder's always a hot one. And I'm like, or maybe you'll just find them organically at the bar. And
Yeah, tell him to go out. He has to go out once a week to a bar and tell us the
oh, he
story.
is. He like likes going to. I'm like hyping him up. I was like, guys, one day on this pod we'll reveal Shark. Shark will join us.
Yes.
But he was also like he likes going to like trivia night, and he likes going now. So I was
Mhm.
like, oh, Shark, you're gonna have a blast. Like the world is your oyster for New York. As I tell anybody, girl, female, whatever you identify as, New York is all in the palm of your hands. Like just go have
Mhm.
fun, be safe, or don't, like
Mhm.
whatever your choice. Um, but that was an update on Shark. I will catch up with him this week coming up. So I can't wait to see if has anything changed. I will ask him to send me screenshots of his Hinge profile so I can actually read it out loud, because now I'm forgetting what he wrote. What did he write one day? Oh, I think he took a picture. We were trying to I was trying to help him take a picture for the Hinge profile. And the picture I took was horrible. This man is also like 6'4". So he's just too tall, but like the way we like it was like a sneaky pic. I was like, smile. It was just too much.
Wait, Shark is 6'4".
Yeah, 6'4".
Oh, he's gonna do great in New
That's
York.
what I'm
He's
saying.
gonna do
Yeah,
great.
no, he's a when I first met Shark, I was like, I'm gonna need you to like icon like eye level, please. Like you're way too tall
You're a
for me.
whole foot taller
No,
than
yeah,
me.
I'm like,
Like,
I feel disrespected. I was like, what are you why are you so tall? But
you like picturing him there. Like, excuse me, you need to sit down.
yeah, I was
Like
like, you know what?
something.
Just stay like this. So we,
Yeah.
but I will then next week I'll read the prompts from what he has on his Hinge, which I thought was kind of funny. If I'm actually remembering, I think they were funny. But the last pick had me rolling, like had me dying.
Yeah, we need to review his hinge.
Yes. Oh, I did. Like it was definitely like at least a 30-minute review. I was like, okay, I like
Hmm.
this. Don't like that. I don't know if he even took my considerations. If he didn't, that's perfectly fine. But I do want to see like he's just like he's our field reporter. He's just out there. And I was like, tell me how the dating world is. Like, just how is it? Pulse check. Always a good pulse check.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Shark Corner. I will tell him. I will actually give him the email because when I mentioned to him that we want to do like this segment and email us
Hmm.
so we could read it off the phone, he's like, "Yeah, I'm down." And then I just didn't follow up with the email.
Okay, well, let's follow up.
Always a good follow up. And guys,
Mhm.
for realsies, like, please email us any stories, anything you want to. Can I? Am I having a stroke?
Story,
Thank you.
comments,
Jesus.
questions, advice you need, any of it. We're here for it.
Financial advice.
Just don't buy it.
You know what's crazy? Angie was giving me financial advice,
And
and
what did she tell you?
she was just like, "You don't need another water bottle."
Did you tell her to go to hell?
Almost.
Oh my gosh.
I do need it. I'm in the mood for certain bottles, okay?
She
Welcome
goes
to
by
the new
vibe.
one.
Oh my god.
But I got a Stanley so we can match.
I do have that
You
Stanley.
see? I
Well,
got
not
the
that one,
quencher.
but
So
the
it goes,
color
yeah,
one.
it goes down.
Oh, I like that. See, now I need that.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Give me the link.
Stanley, sponsor us. This is a really good water, by the way,
Alright.
because it really sold me on this.
Let me do, but that's what I like. That's why I don't like Stanleys. Is 'cause they don't. It's because they usually don't have that, and then you know me, I have like in my head a whole bunch of bacteria getting in my straw, and I don't
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, all right. So let me get into positive.
Oh, yes.
The positive quote for today is: success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. From Winston Churchill.
As always, such a good quote.
Yes.
You know.
It is. All right, but yes, boys and girls, males and female phase.
What are we calling our listeners?
Convicts?
No.
Jailbirds?
No. We'll figure it out. Well,
We'll,
that's another brainstorming session for us.
we'll workshop
We're
it.
workshop. If you have any suggestions,
Mm-hmm.
please either comment on our Instagram, Ticker Talks, YouTube, or email us at
convictpodcast@gmail.com. Bye.
bye.
Bye.